If you watch my recent track video, then you know I'm on a mission to dominate the racing world. And since I'm a full-time traveling digital nomad exploring the different parts of the US, I'm gonna make this even more fun. I'm gonna be driving on a new track every single time. But there is one major challenge. I spent nearly $5,000 for a weekend at Buttonwillow on my first track event, which was a devastating blow to my world domination plan. However, we're not giving up just yet, so this weekend we're taking the 911 to Buttonwillow Raceway in an attempt to cut that cost in half, as I would like to drive on a new track every single month. I'll be sharing both my experience and my costs throughout this video, so make sure to stick around. Now back to dominating the racing world. We made it to Buttonwillow, already passed the tech inspection. Now we just have to prep the car, mostly just the tires and maybe clean up the windshields. And yeah, we're all set. It's gonna be a fun weekend. Now, one of the most surprising things about this weekend was I had 3 different instructors for each day. Now, the first instructor had the major challenge because I am new to this track. I have driven it on the sim once, however, this track can be configured 13 different ways, which can be a bit challenging to learn. Nonetheless, my instructor was up for the challenge. He even did his homework and brought out this video and was ready to change this guy into a world champion. And one of the most valuable lessons he taught me was how to trail brake, which I desperately needed. And if you want to learn how to trail brake, this is a very simple exercise you can do at home.
So accelerate and then brake and keep the same pressure. So you see that bounce that happens at the end?
Yep.
Do the same thing without the bounce. What would you do?
Lift off.
Show me. Even less.
Okay.
Even less. So that is essentially trail brake.
Now, this is a very effective exercise because when you're trying to learn a new track, learning the racing line, it is very hard to also incorporate trail braking. So with this exercise, you can very much easily learn how to trail brake. Now, the objective of this exercise is to eliminate that bounce. So that happens whenever you completely lift up the brakes and the weight shifts back to the rear, which we don't want during a turn. So to eliminate that bounce, what you do is gradually lift off the brakes without applying too much pressure. So the goal is to apply as much pressure as possible on the brakes and slowly lift off, keeping that weight to the front of the car so that your front wheels have more grip, turning into an apex. With trail braking, the goal is not to slow down the car, but rather keep that weight to the front. coming to you live from Buttonwillow Raceway Park. Yeah, so I just completed my first day here at Buttonwillow doing the classic circuit. So we're doing counterclockwise, configuration 1. Went pretty well. Such an amazing day. I learned a lot. I learned how to trail brake, which was huge. Vision is always going to be something I need to work on. Yeah, I don't turn my head enough, so I got to keep working on that. Now, one of the ways that I aggressively cut my costs was by camping on the paddock. Fortunately, Buttonwillow has a grass patch that I can use, which makes it even much more comfortable. Now, as I set out my tent, let's discuss the 3 other ways that I aggressively cut down my costs. Now, the first one, I did not get track insurance. Now, this was a personal choice because this is a PCA event which is more structured, there's no open passing, and most importantly, I was confident in my abilities to control the car. And I'm not driving 10th of a tenth, I'm driving here just for fun and to learn. And for that reason, I did not get track insurance, which saved me a huge amount. Now, this is not to say that you should not get track insurance. It all depends on your situation. For example, when I went to Chuckwalla, I paid almost $1,900 for 3 days. And that was because it's a new track, a new car. So to me, it was worth paying $1,900 for a peace of mind, as I did not know what to expect. But now that I'm familiar with the events and familiar with the car and my driving abilities, I am comfortable taking that risk. Now, the other significant thing that I did was I got track alignment for my car. Now, at Chuckwalla, if you remember that video, I completely destroyed my front tires because I did not have track alignment. And mostly because of the high cornering and high temperatures, I completely obliterated my outer shoulder, so I had to get 2 new front tires. So to address this issue, I got track alignment before this event, which will give my tires more life. Now, the other thing that I did was get gas at a regular gas station instead of overpaying at the track. Now, talking about gas, I had a bit of an incident on day 2, but we'll get to that later. Alright, so I just got back from dinner. Great thing about Buttonwillow, you can go out, have dinner, and then come back. It's like a 10-minute drive from here. I had a great dinner. I am kind of tired, but it's 8 o'clock, so I don't want to sleep too early. But what I'm going to do right now is, so I have my laptop with me, so I'm going to review what I did today. So kind of find some mistakes that I did today. So hopefully tomorrow I can work on it and fix it. You would not believe the shitty morning I had today. But thankfully, I got it resolved. So my dumbass put in leaded fuel instead of unleaded. And the worst part is I put at least 13 gallons. And the car had almost like I'll say like 5 gallons already of like unleaded. So I had to get the whole thing pumped out. There's a club racing. So the racing team was here, so they really helped me pump out whatever leaded gas I had. So thankfully I only missed 1 session, so it should be going out pretty soon. Now, in my defense, this is what the pump looked like. So I have 91, 110, and the 101. And logically, I went for the middle one because it was cheaper. So there were no labels, and the only reason I found out it was leaded was because I looked at the tank after I filled up my car. And that's when my heart dropped and realized the mistake that I made. So learn from a mistake. If you ever see 110, run, because 110 is leaded fuel. Yeah, the second half of today really went well compared to how it started in the morning. We had some good sessions. I was not pushing it as much as yesterday, and the whole not having a great morning kind of lowered my confidence. Forgot a little bit of what I've learned yesterday as well. But at the end, the last session we had was amazing. We had a great time. I was fixing up and also implementing what I learned yesterday. This morning, another thing is I realized I lost one of my gloves, my driving gloves. But right before my last session, apparently I left it yesterday at the tech inspection and I was able to find it. So maybe that kind of helped me bring back the luck, my confidence, and probably why I had a great session. Now for the most important question, how much did this cost? I'll show you the total in just a second. If you enjoyed this video or any of my other videos, hit that subscribe button to follow the journey. It really helps me keep making more videos like this for you and help us hit our 1,000 sub goal. Okay, here's the breakdown. I was able to cut down my cost in half, which was just astonishing. And on my next track weekend, I'm going to try to cut it down even further. And we're going to be going to Laguna Seca, the world famous track. So make sure to stay tuned for that video, and thanks for watching.